Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news. Hope you and your friend. Have you ever wondered how fate works its magic? What happens when two souls, once torn apart, find their way back to each other after years of silence? The latest drama starring Zhao Zhendong and Mona doesn't just ask this question, it answers it with emotional depth and narrative elegance set against a modern urban backdrop. The story begins with an ordinary day that takes an extraordinary turn. A chance encounter at a crowded street corner, in the stillness of dusk, reignites a love thought long lost. Zhao Zhendong plays a charismatic, driven professional whose polished exterior masks years of quiet longing. Mona steps into the role of a self-made, fiercely independent woman who has learned to live without looking back. Until now, their reunion is not wrapped in clichés. It's raw, unscripted, and quietly powerful. A lingering glance. A pause. A breath caught between words. And just like that, the past rushes in. Regrets, unsaid words, moments that never got a second chance. But this isn't just a story of rekindled love. It's a reflection on time, choice, and growth. It asks viewers, can two people who have changed still belong together? By the final scene, you may find yourself not only moved but changed. Because this isn't merely fiction. It's a mirror. And sometimes, watching others find the courage to reconnect reminds us to do the same. If you've ever loved, lost, or wondered what if, this is a story worth watching. When fate whispers twice, Zhao Zhendong and Mona reignite a love that never faded. What if the person you once loved, truly loved, reappeared in your life when you least expected it? Would you walk away, or would your heart betray you? In this stirring new drama, Zhao Zhendong and Mona reunite on screen to explore a love story that defies time. But this isn't your typical second-chance romance. It's about timing, transformation, and the silent pull of destiny. The narrative draws viewers into a deeply emotional journey, where every glance, every hesitation, speaks louder than words. Audiences find their own hearts racing with each scene. The storyline doesn't just unfold, it breathes. It reminds us that missing someone doesn't always signal the end. Some separations are simply pauses in the longer story. Some souls are meant to meet again, not in spite of the time apart, but because of it. What elevates this series is the undeniable chemistry between its leads. Zhao Zhendong and Mona, beloved for their past collaborations, surprised even longtime fans by stepping into unfamiliar, layered roles. Their performances are restrained, yet rich with subtext, anchoring the drama in realism rather than fantasy. But more than that, the show asks a daring question: if life offered you one more chance at love, would you take it? By the end, viewers don't just remember the plot, they feel as though they've lived it. And maybe, just maybe, they walk away with a little more courage to listen to their own hearts. Zhao Zhendong and Mona redefine romance in a drama that leaves no heart untouched. This time, Zhao Zhendong isn't your typical cold, aloof CEO. He returns to the screen as a man transformed, weathered by life, grounded in maturity, and finally ready to cherish love rather than control it. Opposite him, Mona breaks free from the damsel in distress archetype, embracing a character who is fiercely independent, emotionally fearless, and unapologetically real. Together, they ignite the screen with a kind of chemistry that feels both raw and refined. Their relationship doesn't unfold in fantasy, it evolves through quiet tenderness, stormy clashes, and reconciliations that feel earned. Every kiss, every argument, every glance carries weight. This isn't just romance, it's evolution. Audiences aren't just watching a love story, they're feeling it. From the cinematography to the dialogue, every detail is meticulously crafted to immerse the viewer. The kiss scenes? They've become the drama's most rewatched moments, and not without reason. These are no longer performative gestures, they're slow burns layered with vulnerability and yearning. The director's attention to detail, camera angles, pacing, even breath makes each scene pulse with authenticity. What makes this pairing so compelling is their sincerity. Zhao Zhendong and Mona bring emotional precision to every beat, elevating familiar tropes into something deeply human. Fans now say, with certainty, if these two are in it, it's not just worth watching, it's unmissable. More than just a hit drama, their reunion has reawakened interest in romantic storytelling and sent ripples through China's film and TV industry. It's a reminder that when romance is done right, It doesn't just entertain, it stays with you. I love Rekindled. Zhao Zhendong and Mona deliver a soul-stirring reunion that captivates the nation from the very first frame. This drama captivates not just with its stunning visuals and lush soundtrack, but with the emotional honesty that permeates every scene. The lighting bathes each moment in warmth or melancholy, while the music underscores the emotions without ever overshadowing them. But it's the performances, raw, vulnerable, and utterly genuine, that leave the deepest impressions. Zhao Zhendong and Mona don't just act, they feel. And in doing so, they invite viewers to feel with them. Their kiss scenes have sparked endless online discussion, not only for their visual beauty, but for the way they seem to echo real longing, real regret, and real love. It wasn't just a kiss, one fan wrote. It was a memory, a promise, and a second chance. That's the essence of this drama, the ache of second chances. Years apart have changed their characters, hardened them in some ways, softened them in others. But fate, unpredictable as ever, grants them one more opportunity to rewrite their ending. Their reunion is anything but easy. Old feelings crash into new fears. There's hesitation, vulnerability, and the haunting question, can we still make this work? Through emotional flashbacks and quiet moments of introspection, the story confronts the pain of growing up, of losing love, and the courage it takes to try again. Audiences see themselves in this journey. Everyone has loved and lost, and wondered, what if? This drama doesn't offer simple answers, but it offers hope. That even after time, distance, and heartache, love when true can find its way back. A romance from the sky, the drama that's healing hearts across a nation. What happens when two people, once in love, are given a second chance but discover that time hasn't erased pain, only deepened it? A Romance from the Sky doesn't offer fairy tale shortcuts. Instead, it dares to ask the harder questions. Can love survive pride? Can forgiveness conquer fear? Zhao Zhendong and Mona return not as perfect leads, but as flawed, layered individuals shaped by years of separation. Their first reunion isn't bathed in soft music or warm embraces, it's confrontation, suspicion, and hurt. And that's what makes it real. Their emotional hesitations, the unspoken memories, the guarded glances, it like echoes of a past that refuses to fade. The drama's greatest strength lies not just in its romantic highs, but in its raw emotional truth. The characters face modern dilemmas, career sacrifices, family pressure, broken trust, and viewers see themselves reflected in every decision. It's not just a love story, it's a mirror. And through this mirror, viewers revisit their own regrets, their own what-ifs, and the courage it takes to love again. Visually, the series is stunning. Each frame is like a painting, expertly lit, beautifully composed, and emotionally charged. The soundtrack isn't just background, it's a character in itself, guiding the audience through waves of longing, joy, and heartbreak. Kiss scenes aren't there for show, they pulse with real emotion, leaving viewers breathless and wanting more. This isn't just trending because of star power. It's trending because it matters. Because for many, it feels personal. What would you do if fate gave you one more chance at love? Join the conversation. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't miss the next chapter of this unforgettable journey. Hi ChatGPT.